party people, it's me Jabron here, back at it again with another video. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. I know, it's been 2 months since the last time me and you have talked. Oh, how I have missed you and how I missed our banter. Granted, you don't ever talk back to me, but that's okay because evidently you come back for a reason. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to come back to all of this? I mean, well, there is somebody. But we'll get into that in another video. Y'all, it's been a lot. I've been busy, you know. College is the devil. Gas is the devil. Whoever came up with the current gas prices, you can go climb up a tree and fall down. You are the Antichrist if you ask me, because why am I putting $30 in a Honda Accord? I just want to know. That is a foreign concept to me. Whoever came up with college, you can go play in traffic because graduating high school pretty much means nothing. If you're a senior out there, it only gets worse from here. Just kidding, it's fun sometimes. Besides, you know, having to pay bills and having to be responsible and having, you know, to, you know, read a whole lot more. Like college, people lie to me. Like college for the most part is easy, but all of this reading foolishness, I barely like to read the books that you assigned me in high school, and now you're expecting me to read outside of class, and you only expect me to meet up with you 2 days out of a week, and you want me to read outside. Granted, I'm passing everything. I don't know how, but the grace of God is sufficient. So we gonna pray and we gonna make sure I get this mass communications degree, because I can't be dependent on my parents like some of you people out there. You know, granted, you know, some of you people like to freeload. Some of you people like to ask your friends for stuff. Some of you people like to ask your friends for $10 stuff and never pay them back. You know, that is your business. Some of y'all like to ask for flyers and posters and never pay nobody. Some of y'all like to ask people for money every 3 days. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp. You know, inflation is real, and get a job. You know, I'm currently looking. You know, praise the Lord. I started driving. Driving is nerve-wracking because why are you people in Louisiana drive so crazy? I see why our insurance rates are so high here, because none of you can drive. If you're in front of me, I expect you to go the speed limit unless I'm going to run you over. I don't have road rage. It's just don't do stupid stuff. Do not ride my bumper because I get very, very nervous and then I want to go out and hit you. Also, please don't be mashing on your brakes in front of me, because that really just makes me just wanna, or you people who get in front of me, if it is 45 speed limit, why are you going 20? Like, grandmama, grandpapa, your license needs to be revoked, because this is absolutely ridiculous. You're messing the traffic flow, okay? You're messing up the flow. What Soulja Boy said, you stole my whole fucking flow. You are messing up the whole flow, and it's ridiculous. Get off the streets. But the last time we talked, I was here with Montoya's, and we were talking about our TBT experience, which indirectly promoted our new channel. Let's talk about it. Make sure you tune into that. Coming up, we just released a vlog about 2 weeks ago. We have to, okay, let me tell you why the scheduling's off with that channel, okay? Hey, Erica. We were supposed to shoot the first episode because we're revamping and we're going to do a podcast. But Erica decided to scam Twitter out of $12, so therefore she couldn't pop on Zoom. So the follow-up episode to the vlog has been postponed. Granted, we filmed in that with our good friend Perseus. Perseus, we can count on you. You are like State Farm. You are always there. We love Perseus. We live Perseus. We have a whole separate group chat with just Perseus, because Perseus is our favorite human being. Well, one of our favorite human beings on the planet. We love Percy. You know, we call Percy on a regular. You know, Percy's the only person outside of our foursome who like can deal with our chaos on a regular basis, because we're a lot to handle and we don't like to bother outside people with our foolishness. You know what I mean? So praise the Lord. But can we get into all this foolishness? Because, you know, me and you had not talked in a very long time. The last time I did, let's talk about it. I mean, Kim Zolciak was in the news, and oh baby, how has she been more? And can we also talk about Jada Shakur Smith and how she's sitting around dragging my Uncle Will out here in these streets, which I do not appreciate. But let's go ahead and get to it with Kim. Now, before we get started, I love women. However, I don't want people to think I'm woman bashing, but they are the only top 2 stories this week that everybody is discussing, so therefore I feel like I have to discuss them. And plus I have to pick you up where I left off with the last editioning with Kim and her ex-husband, the man with the big butt, as she used to describe him on the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, let me stick to my nose, Jesus. Okay, so Kim Zolciak's house is for sale. Now, let me tell you the exact specs of the house because I found it on Zillow. This house is currently listed for $6 million and had a $2.8 million price increase, okay? It is 7 bathrooms and 11 baths and 15,694 square feet now. Kim, you may be wondering why it's her house. So I'm gonna tell you why, because she's dirt broke. You know, it's one thing to, fall on hard times. Your health may fail. The money's not coming in. But if you steady spending and ain't nothing coming in, the light bulb in your brain needs to click on, hold up, wait a minute, hold up. Let me quit gambling all my money away. Let me quit smoking all this. Well, I don't think you smoke cigarettes no more, but from what I remember, housewives used to chain smoke cigarettes. Let me quit shopping at Chanel and Louis, and let me probably shop at Walmart. Let me shop at Walgreens. Let me shop at well, you owe Target $2,482.24. So I guess you was shopping at Target, but you racked up a bill there too. Who knew that you could rack up a bill with Target? I thought you had to pay at the register. Let my black behind run up with a bill with Target. They will take everything I have, which ain't nothing. Which you gonna get an old Honda and some fake diamonds and an iPad? Okay. But the reason why the house is for sale is Corey, actually, her ex-husband, her husband, who she is filing. Well, her husband filed for divorce from Kim, citing irreconcilable differences. People think that the financial troubles are the reason why he filed for divorce. Some suggest, I've been reading, that they should file bankruptcy because they owe a lottie-dottie and everybody. Which, I've seen people in my life who needed to file bankruptcy. And, poverty's not fun. And the only people who I really feel bad for is our poor children who have to deal with the foolishness because, they had the police being called to their beautiful, luscious home. Kim, the house almost went into foreclosure earlier this year and it was on the auction block for $254,000, which my grandmother and my grandfather, they built the house. Now, your house is going for what their house, a school teacher and a person who worked on Transformers is going? Like, are you that deep in the hole? Now get this. So, Croy is asked to, it being sold because these people owe Uncle Sam $1.1 million to the IRS. Now you see what happened to Teresa DeJace. If you people do not play, you will be in some I ain't talking about these silver bracelets, okay? You will be in some clankety clank silver bracelets. Do they let you wear wigs in jail? That's a question. Can you wear your blonde wig in jail if you get locked up and not paying these folks? I'll never forget, you was talking about Candy's house was in the hood. When you and Cora got kicked out of y'all dreams house. Because, this ain't the first time y'all had to let something go because I guess you didn't get kicked out. I guess you left, but she filed an eviction on you because I guess you were behind on certain rent, but you said you went behind the rent. Maybe if you pawned them diamonds, the one that you got from the married man, Big Papa, maybe if you pawn them, maybe you could stay in the house and maybe you could keep up your fraudulent lifestyle, because the Bravo chicks are long gone. The housewives said they aren't interested in you. Granted, I heard you're supposed to be doing some kind of reality show, which, do we want to see Kim Zolciak back on our screens? I don't care anymore. I didn't care if you made a fool out of yourself on season 10 of Housewives Reunion when you look like a total flat out liar. Like, Kim, you need Nene and Sheree to have a life because other than that, you and those kids, I don't care anymore. Granted, your divorce is interesting. And get this, she said that Corey couldn't file for divorce because he was still knocking her boots. Now, I know men and women. Like, I know a whole chick who got 10 bodies before she graduated high school, right? People just be screwing stuff sometimes, okay? Like they used to say, a hole is a hole. And a hole that is familiar, I guess, is very comforting, He's been playing with the same hole for 10 years, This is kind of ridiculous, your whole house of cards is falling down, Corey's Corey owes BMW for his Rolls Royce. This is ridiculous. You were trying to sell your old used wigs for $2,000 some dollars, which who's buying a used wig for $2,000 some dollars, especially in this economy when everything is high. It's I don't know what. Like y'all, I went to go get. Y'all remember when eggs rose up? Like everything is randomly expensive and it's stupid. And you're selling your wigs like people are supposed to care, but you had time to go get vaginal rejuvenation. You need to quit worrying about unless you're trying to go sleep with somebody else's husband. Because that was a lucrative business for you. Sleeping with everybody else's husband was very lucrative. You had to pay for a house, paid for cars, and the IRS wasn't after you. And you could shop at Dolce & Gabbana. But now you have to do it on your own back. Your husband ain't worked since like 2014, 15. You haven't had a job since 2018 since they canceled Don't Be Tardy for the Party. Like, what are you doing? You should have sold the house when the show went away. 15,000 square feet. Understand you have like a tribe of children. You can live in a 6,000 square foot house with a tribe of kids. I hope this house sells before November because your house is scheduled to go into foreclosure if you don't pay it because the bank wants their money because you owe money on that. I just feel bad for these kids. They gotta sit around and get the police call. They probably getting talked about in school. Your mama's a stupid hooker who was sleeping with their lady husband. She thought she was gonna get away with it by marrying Corey. But you see, karma is a you-know-what, and karma don't play, okay? See, that's what happens. What happens all the years she was sleeping with their lady husband. And now what you got to show for it? Girl, go find some of your own stuff because you was trying to sell all that used designer stuff on the Instagram. I think some people was buying it, but if I had the money, I would buy that crap. Why am I buying that crap and I can go to a real consignment shop? I'm buying stuff from somebody who's an ex-housewife who's desperate for money. Go get a job. Everybody else in America do it. How about you go get one? Or go back to your old job allegedly as dancing as a stripper at Oasis in Atlanta. Now, that's what they said you did. That's what the street said. Now, that's alleged. But you sleeping with a lady's husband is known fact. It wouldn't be Dishin if my camera didn't cut off at least 3 times in the taping of one show. But anyway, you are a nice person, I think. I don't know you, but you seem nice sometimes. But I hope that you get back on your feet and that you are successful. Launch a line of wigs. I feel like that could be like a lucrative business for you. You can start a gambling, you know, helping people cope with gambling once you get your life together. You can help people, you had a nanny, so you can't. Well, I'm trying to think of something nice to say because I don't want to leave you on a negative note. You're a child of God, I think. I don't know, girl. Come up with some wig line or something. Anyway, next topic. Jada Shakur. Now, here is the problem. Okay, before we get started, I like Will Smith. I am a Will Smith fan. Will Smith has been a staple in my household since I was like, came out my mother's cesarean section. So we like Will Smith. But your wife, on the other hand, Jada Shakur Smith, baby girl, you are really pulling broke people antics because every time a washed up has-been reality star or somebody needs to make a name for themselves, they always come out with a memoir. Now, Jada, I thought that you and Will were rich enough. Well, we would never hear your life story, but I guess you want to talk about stuff. And here is what broke the headlines last week. You and Will Smith have been separated for like, what, since 2016? That's what? Like 5 years, 5, 6 years? First of all, I thought only broke people did that. Like, no, okay. Hi, Mom, hi, Dad. My parents had like, that's like what I call a black divorce, right? Like, you separated, everybody know you separated, but like neither one of you has went down to like the courthouse to like go get the divorce, like final. You know, it's quite common, but I didn't know rich people did that. I thought that was just like a average working person thing because you got other bills and you got to take care of kids and you got to do this and you had a sex room for the man. Okay, Okay, let me pick my mouth up off the floor. Okay, so Jada Shakur was in the press last week talking. Let me tell you what she said. She said that she and Will have been separated since 2016. They live separate lives and they function as divorced people. So why are you not divorced? Quit tying this man down. And she said that she was shocked at the Oscar slap when he said, don't talk, keep my wife's name out your mouth. First of all, now Will, I like you. Really, I like you a lot. No, really, like, I really, really like, and Kim, I like you too, because I grew up with you, because I've been watching Housewives since its inception, and I was like 4. I think that's why I don't really like real TV, because I've been watching people like, remember, Kim, when you got your wig shifted by Sheree? That was, okay, but anyway, Will, I really, really like you. But your wife is really, really stupid and attention seeking, because why every time we hear about her, she always talking about Tupac. Now, it's one thing to have a good relationship, but the way you talk about Tupac, you talk about Tupac as, well, you said that he was your soulmate. And as your husband, I would really be, well, I guess y'all not really married, because you said y'all been separated, but y'all still legally married, and he called you his wife at the thing, and he support. This is, why are rich people confusing? I thought y'all have therapists. I thought every rich person in America had a therapist. Y'all need therapy, because you sitting around and you constantly are embarrassing Will Smith. You embarrassed him with all his ass and them entanglements. Had him on that red table talk with that young boy. Allegedly was cracking your back and doing everything that a man shouldn't do to another man's wife. He was putting it down. And now he got a boyfriend. Well, allegedly you got a boyfriend. Hey, August. Hopefully your music career does well. I haven't really heard from you since the real life. But hey, August, you seem nice. You didn't sleep. Well, I don't know if you slept with it or not. I wasn't there. You sitting around, you talk about Tupac. Like, girl, you have so much Tupac memorabilia. Like, you are like the biggest Tupac groupie ever. You are Jada Pinkett Smith. Why are you making yourself look this bad? You are married to the Will Smith, okay? Not just any random joke. He is the Fresh Prince. And all you do is talk about Tupac and Tupac kissed me and Tupac proposed to me while he was in jail at Rikers, but he would have quickly divorced me, because as soon as I would have, like, girl, you sound like a pick-me at this point. I didn't know at this point in your career you would be saying pick-me. Because I feel like every other established person who releases a memoir is not this raunchy with it. You kissed Tupac, you said it felt like a brother, but allegedly you and Will are working on a book. So are y'all separated or are y'all together? Can you take us out the group chat, please? Because I really feel like my grandparents' generation really did it. Like, my grandparents' generation, you would not know that they had marriage problems unless you was in the house. And the kids didn't even talk about the people's marriage problems. Can we go back to that? And no offense, y'all not even that far apart from my grandma age. Real talk. So, you said that Chris Watt asked you out because he found out you were separated from Will. Now, why would you say that? You addressed the whole thing about you and Will being swingers, which that's been a rumor for years, which, if you are, congrats, but you said it wasn't true. It's just like, can you please shut up? Please. Please. Like, I liked when Jada Pinkett was that quiet wife who was like this successful actress. Like, I liked you and Set It Off in Girls Trip. I liked you when we didn't know you like that. Like, I like my celebrities to be figures of imagination. Like, what do you people like? Like, if you're going to talk about how you like to eat hot fries in hot sauce. Or that you like to drive around your compound. Or something. Because you're giving, like, okay, there's this one girl who I'm going to refer to as Lizard. Lizard does this type of stuff where she'll be like, I slept with him, or I wanted him, or I'm pregnant and I'm not. Or, like, you're grasping for our attention and we don't care. At this point, protect Will Smith at all costs and get her away from Jada Pinkett, because this, we just gonna have to pray for these people, because you've been separated from the man since 2016 and you ain't divorced. Y'all live separate. What was the whole thing about the whole entanglements? Why do we care? Will, quit having her out here making you look crazy out here in these streets. No, really. No, really. This thing gave me a headache. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm done.